Hello everyone, this is Brendan's Movie Corner here, and now I'm going to be doing a VHS explanation video, and this is going to be my very first one I'm going to do on my YouTube channel for the very first time, and I decided to go ahead and do this VHS explanation video for you guys. So I'm just kind of bored right now, so I figured I'd just go ahead and do a VHS explanation video talking about a VHS tape I used to have. Well, I do have the VHS, but I do have the VHS version, but this was a different copy. So this very first VHS explanation video I'm going to talk about in this video here is that one copy of the 1989 VHS of The Land Before Time that I got way back in 2012, which was 9 years ago. So I'm going to be talking about that one copy of that tape that I got back in 2012. So yeah, so anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this video for you guys because I'm kind of bored right now. So why not do this video, this VHS explanation video? So yeah. So anyways, let's go ahead and get going. So let's get started. So my very first VHS explanation video I'm going to talk about here is my old copy of the 1989 VHS of The Land Before Time, which I've got back in 2012, which is the copy I got back in 2012, that one copy that I got back then. The reason why I'm going to do this, I'm going to explain about that copy, that one copy that I got back in 2012. So, and some of y'all might remember this years ago. I was like 17 at the time, so this was way back in 2012, which was 9 years ago, which is a very long time ago. So I got so much to say about that copy that I got back in 2012. So yeah, that I used to have. So some of y'all might remember this back then. So I was a little bit younger at the time, so, I was about 17 at the time, so, yeah, so, and I remember I had to record I remember I had to do I remember I did a couple videos showing that copy of that tape back then, when I didn't have an iPhone at the time, or I didn't have an iPad at the time, so basically I don't have a recording device. All I had to do was I had to use a laptop to record the videos on the webcam back then. When I had to do videos on the webcam back then, which is on a laptop back then. So yeah. So that was in the very best at the time. So where I had to record it on the webcam and stuff like that. So basically, I remember I did a damage tape video one time, or I did like a bad news video one time. I don't exactly remember, but I remember I did a couple videos showing that tape, that copy back then, which was back in 2012, which is a very long time ago. That YouTube channel I remember was my Royce. I think it was my Royce Tyler 345 channel. Yeah, I think it was Royce Tyler 345. That was my YouTube channel back then. In 2012. And I have so much to say about that copy of back in 2012. Guys, you guys are not going to believe this. Hang on a second. Let me set my phone down for a second. Let me turn the volume down a little bit. So, it was just a little bit too loud. So, I apologize for that, guys. So anyways, let's just get back to business here. So, yeah, sorry I had to turn my TV down a little bit because it was a little bit too loud, so I do apologize for that. So, yeah. I first got that one copy back in 2012, which was back in April of 2012, so I've had that copy for about a month. I got that copy at a flea market back in April 2012 when I used to live in Alabama at the time, so yeah, but now I don't live in Alabama anymore, so, which is my home state, so, and that's where I'm from, so, yeah. But now I live in another state now, so I'm not gonna talk about that and stuff like that. So I don't want to. This is off topic though, so a little bit, but yeah, but that's okay though. So let's just get back on topic about this VHS explanation video. So yeah. So guys, I remember I got that copy back in April 2012 when I used to live in Alabama at the time. That was a long time ago back then. So when I first got that copy back in April 2012, and I've had it for about a month until the next month, until May of 2012. That's how long I've had that copy. I've had that one copy of The Land Before Time 1989 VHS. You want to know why I've only had it for a month? Excuse me. You guys want to know why I've had that copy for a month back then? Is because that copy was so freaking damaged. I'm not even kidding, guys. It was so freaking damaged. Pretty much most of the tape, because I'll tell you why. I no longer have that copy anymore. I threw it in the trash back in May 2012. After I've had it for a month. And I remember I was watching that copy one time. The whole thing. And I was putting that copy into an old Magnavox VCR DVD combo Funai made back then. Back in 2012. And then in that old Funai made Magnavox VCR DVD combo, it didn't have hi-fi sound at all. That VCR did not have hi-fi stereo sound at all. It was a mono VCR DVD combo. The Funai made Magnavox VCR DVD combo that I used to have, but I don't have it anymore. So, yeah. While that tape was playing in that VCR DVD combo, the sound was so bad. It was acting up like crazy, and it sounded so bad. The sound on it was so bad, and I just couldn't believe my eyes about this. It was pretty much throughout most of the tape until it gets like to the end credits or something of the movie. So that's how bad the sound was. I'm not making this up, guys. I'm not even making this up, guys. This is for real, guys. The audio was so bad. It did not sound the way it's supposed to be on normal sound. It was not normal sound at all. The sound was acting up so bad, and it sounded like jumpy or whatever. But that's not the point, though. There's something else about that copy. At the very end of the tape, during the white screen of death and moaning sound, because I remember that copy had both the white screen of death and moaning sound at the end. And during the white screen of death and moaning sound at the end, oh my god, it was so damaged at the end during the white screen of death and moaning sound. I'm not joking, guys. It got so fuzzy at the end. It was so bad. It got so fuzzy at the end. The damage on it was so bad at the end. And I looked at the film strip, and guess what, guys? The film strip was so bad, and it was cut for... It was so small, and it must have been cut or something. So I should say that the film strip at the end of that tape was so small and so bad at the end. I'm not joking, guys. It was so freaking horrible. Oh my god, that tape was so damaged at the end. It was pretty much damaged throughout the whole tape. That copy was so bad. I can't believe I had that tape. Back then in 2012 when I was 17 years old at the time. Oh my god, I just couldn't believe my eyes about that tape. Oh my god. And thank God I have 3 better copies of that tape that I currently have in my collection, and they all play fine. They're not damaged at all. No damages on my 3 current copies that I own as of right now. They all work fine. They all play fine. They're not damaged at all. All 3 of my copies that I have, that I currently own, and that I have in my collection now, they all play fine. No damages, no issues whatsoever. They all play perfectly well. Oh my God, that copy of The Land Before Time 1989 VHS that I got back in 2012 at the time. Oh my God, I threw that tape in the trash. It deserved to go in the trash because of how bad that tape was. Oh my God. Oh, I remember I was doing a damage tape video that one time when I was showing the white screen of death and moaning sound. Oh my God. I was screaming my lungs out so bad. I was screaming in that video, and my ears were starting to hurt. My ears were hurting so bad at the time. Oh my God. I was screaming so loud, and I was acting up in that video. Oh my God. That video, I remember back in 2012, I think it was sometime back in May 2012, I think. When I was showing the damage during the white screen of death and moaning sound at the end of that copy. Oh my God. I was screaming my lungs out so bad, and I was acting like crazy in that video so bad. I was screaming my lungs out, and my ears were hurting so bad. Oh my God. I just couldn't believe my eyes about the damage on that tape. Oh my God. I was 17 years old at the time, back in 2012, which was 9 years ago. That was a long time ago, guys. As some of y'all might remember that video. I did like a damage tape video or a worst news video ever video. I don't exactly remember the video title, but I remember I did that video where I was showing the white screen of death and moaning sound at the end, and I was showing the damage on it at the end of that tape. Oh my God. I threw that piece of crap in the trash. That deserved to go in the trash because it was so freaking damaged. Oh my God, it was so bad at the end, and pretty much the whole tape had jumpy audio. The sound acting like so bad. It was acting up. It sounded so jumpy and everything. Oh my God, it was just so bad. I no longer have that copy anymore. I had to throw it in the trash. I was not keeping that tape. Oh my God, I just threw that tape in the trash. That was one of the most damaged tapes that I ever owned, and one of the worst damaged tapes that I ever owned in my life back then in 2012. Oh my freaking God. Oh, I was so freaking mad. Oh my God. And I was screaming my lungs out so bad when I did that damage tape video where I had to record on the webcam back then. Oh my God. I exactly remember that, folks. I exactly remember that, guys. I exactly remember about that copy. I exactly remember it really well, that long, which was 9 years now. So, yeah, that's basically about that tape. Oh my God, it was just so bad. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, yeah. So, I guess that's all I can remember, and that's all I'm gonna explain about, and that's all I gotta say about that VHS explanation video on that one old copy of the 1989 VHS of The Land Before Time, which I've got back in 2012. So, I guess that's all I gotta say for this video. So I guess I hope you guys enjoyed this VHS explanation video, my very first VHS explanation video for the very first time on this YouTube channel, my main Brandon's Movie Corner channel. So yeah, so if you guys remember this video, if you guys remember that back then, and that one and I did that video back then, please leave me a comment in this. Please leave some comments in this video. I really appreciate that. So yeah, so if you guys remember that back then, so I hope you guys leave some comments in this video if you guys remember that back then. So yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. So yeah, so anyways, so I guess hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later for the next video. And that's all I gotta say about this VHS explanation video, and see you later for the next video, and catch you guys later.